Hey everybody, Grest here. So a little bit different type of video today, since I do consider myself kind of an outdoor type channel, even though my primary focus is firearms. Just wanted to show you guys something that we recently picked up, my wife and I. She's been wanting one for a long time. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Yamaha FSH 195. It has the 250 horsepower supercharged 1.8 liter motor. It tops out just a tad over 50 mile an hour. It does have a T-top, of course it covers off, and I do have a mooring cover on it right now. So this is a jet boat, and we have had it for about a month or so, and we're fixing to take it in on its first service. So I figured this was a pretty dang good time to go ahead and do a little bit of a video on it, just to show you guys what this thing is all about. So a couple things right off the bat that I did add. Jet boats are notoriously hard to navigate at slow speeds when you're docking or trying to pull it up on the trailer or whatnot. So I did reach out to Jet Boat Pilot and got a set of these thrust vectors. Okay, so what these do is at low speed they add some extra fins here to help control. It does have an articulating keel underneath the jet bucket here. The other thing that I think is a must-have is, of course, some sort of a depth finder. This is a Garmin model, and I'm a big Garmin fan, so I went ahead and went with them. There's a lot of great options there for depth finder, GPS, that sort of thing. So anyways, let me go ahead and take the cover off, and I will show you guys the rest of the boat. Well, before I forget, something else that I also added was this keel guard here, so to kind of protect the underside of the boat. Very important to have as much protection as you can. Stuff does and will happen out on the water, and a little bit of extra protection there never hurts. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick walk around the boat, and then we'll hop up inside. So you see the T-top up there, it's canvas material, it is removable. You got your gas fill right here. This boat is primarily set up for fishing, so it has a lot of rod holders all around. It does have pop-up cleats on it as well. There's your nice Yamaha logo, and it is a FSH Sport 195. Another pop-up cleat there, and some of these here are cup holders as well as a rod holder down deep. Of course, you got your lights up there, another pop-up cleat, got an anchor locker right here. The bow roller that these are Shorelander trailers, and the bow rollers are horrible plastic, so I upgraded to a Stoltz roller, which was highly recommended. This is our very first boat, by the way. So this is a month into ownership, so kind of a first impression from a new boat owner. You know, things I like, things that I don't like. And so far we've only had it out on a lake. And, my wife and I, and we've had my oldest daughter and her boyfriend came to visit. So I'll go ahead and get up here and take a look at a couple things. So you got a lot of compartments on here. One thing that Yamaha and the jet boats are known for is having the swim platform in the back. It's really cool. You got a spot for a 5-gallon bucket. I've yet to use that, but when I start doing more serious fishing, I will. In the back here, you got an access point. You actually have a clean out port. So for the jet, if something gets sucked up in there to the jet system, you can pull this port out and clean that out. So that's pretty cool. Over here, you have your motor wash down port. Moving up onto the boat, you have a bench seat that has leaning posts, tilts fore and aft. You have sea deck material all the way around. You got a cockpit area. So before we get to the cockpit, I'll go ahead and take a look here. So you do got a live well, I think it's 25 gallons. I've yet to use that, but again, once I start doing some serious fishing, I will. You also have a raw water washdown. I've used that quite a bit already. Works really, really good. And over here, you have another compartment here. This is your battery compartment. It does come with 2 batteries, house battery and an engine battery. And I've already added a charging system there. Okay, on the rear here, you do have some snaps. So there's a cushion that goes in here and then a backrest that goes in here on both sides. I don't have them installed currently. And then let's take a look at the engine compartment. Engine is pretty freaking slick in this thing. It's a supercharged 1.8 liter motor, and Yamaha is known for being very, very durable. Fixing to take it in on its first service. I've had no problems with it. Gets decent gas mileage, I guess. Again, first time boat owner, so still learning these things. Didn't really get on it too much during the break-in as suggested by Yamaha. So want to make sure this thing lasts a heck of a long time. So kind of circle around here and then we'll come back to the cockpit area. So you got some speakers here. You got some rod holders. You got rod holders under the gunnel here, and you have some nice padding along the sides. And moving forward here, you do got a couple compartments on the port and starboard side. So some tackle boxes here. I've already made some good use out of those. Put some stuff in here. Underneath here you have a cooler, and we normally end up storing stuff in there. And over here you have access to the bow storage. And then all the way up here, you got some handles. We do have a cushion that goes here. It is currently not installed. Never recommended to keep your cushions installed when you're traveling. And then up here is our bow storage. We got the mandatory life vests. We got our lines and fenders, all that good stuff. Let's see here, and the anchor locker. So our anchor unfortunately doesn't fit right on the holder like it's supposed to. I'm probably going to buy another anchor and then get this thing. There we go. All right, so like I was saying before, you got some rod holders and that dual as cup holders, and then on the console itself here, you got a nice windshield, got some cup holders up there, and then you have your console seating. So the console is pretty cool because it does flip up, it does lock as well, and you have a nice changing room in here with a changing curtain. Of course, we're kind of using it for storage. You can see all of our cushions sitting here. There's enough room in here for a little porta potty, something like that. And then of course you have access to all of your electronics behind the console. All right, there we go. All right, so moving over here to the console itself, you have a nice steering wheel that's tilt. You have all your switches, whatnot. You have your blower. Got to turn that on before you go to start the motor. Make sure there's no gas fumes built up. You have all of your other switches for bilge, live well. You have your throttle, and then you have some extra switches that aren't wired up, and you have your navigation anchor, lighting, courtesy lights, as well as your horn. And then you have the nice connect screen that Yamaha gives you, as well as a compass. And I added a Garmin unit here, so 9-inch Garmin. And then here's your stereo here. As far as the cockpit area, it's pretty dang comfortable. Oh, one other thing, Yamaha does have this no wake mode cruise assist, so this is pretty slick. When you're in a no wake zone, you want to set, it's kind of a cruise control for slow speeds. So anyways, down here you do have a little compartment. You have a charger, you have a USB port as well that hooks up into the stereo, and then in here we have a lockable compartment. I have my first aid kit and some documents, my pre-checklist, post-checklist, stuff like that. So, and this boat has a capacity of 1,280 pounds, 8 people, so that would be pretty small people, I would say. And actually it's 650 pounds persons and gear, so that's quite a bit. This boat here, I will say, for a 19-foot boat, it is pretty dang comfortable for my wife and I. We got lots of room, and even when I had my daughter and her boyfriend on here with 4 adults, I think it was still pretty comfortable. And you know, even if we had I think ideally it's good for 4 people, 4 adults, and maybe a kid or 2, and that's about the most I would consider taking on this boat. But like I said, 4 adults is pretty comfortable. If you had 6 adults, I think it would be a little more of a challenge. So go ahead and hop off of this guy. Yeah. So far so good. I'm really liking the boat life. I had fought the wife for many years, probably 20 years. She's always wanted a boat and finally gave in and got her one. And it's been a blast. We spent a lot of time out on the water and just kind of cruising around. And I did get her inner tube. I'll probably throw that in the water at some point once our break-in's finished up and we get her service done. I've been trying to be easy on the boat until I get all that done. So. Alrighty, so that about wraps it up. Appreciate everybody coming along here just to show you our new kind of toy for getting us out in the outdoors. You know, I like hunting, I like fishing, I like off-roading, and you know, now I'm kind of liking boating too. So anyways, you know, this is just, you know, my 2 cents as a new boat owner after a month. I think it's for the money. Yamaha puts a pretty good product out. I had looked at outboard boats as well. There's pros and cons both ways, but I know 15 years ago when we were looking at boats, you know, we had kind of wanted a jet boat. You do get a pretty fast boat. The one drawback I'd say to a jet boat is if you get stuff sucked into the impeller, that can cause you some headaches. So if you're in dirty water with a lot of crap in it, that could be a thing. And then they do have some wearable parts, a wear ring and stuff like that. And I'm still learning. So if anybody happens to have some experience on boats or jet boats specifically, and you want to put some information down below, please do. But so far, loving it. I think it was a great purchase for us, and you know, just having a heck of a lot of fun out there on this thing. And yeah, so glad to be a boat owner, and you know, getting out on the water, hoping to do some fishing, some serious saltwater fishing here pretty soon. And all right, appreciate everybody coming along, watching, subscribing, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Y'all take it easy.